All right, let's talk discipline and all things related to discipline for 2019-2020. The most important thing is make sure you have a plan how to handle things within your own classroom. Obviously, when things come to us, we have a plan, we have a system and a policy we follow, but we encourage you to assign teacher detentions, consequences, build relationships, have conversations, talk to parents, do as much as you can in the classroom to help build those relationships to eliminate those discipline problems as much as you can. Make sure you give them consequences that are enforceable, realistic. You give them plenty of time, a reasonable amount of time so they can juggle their personal lives or their work schedules, etc. Keep our vision in mind when handing out consequences. Make sure that, not only are we wanting to teach them a lesson and hope to grow them as an adult, but we also want to remember that they are still learning and that we want to make sure we understand a lot of times a good conversation can handle and fix a lot of discipline issues. Please document. Call parents early. If you write a referral, it's expected that you have already called the parent. Believe it or not, parents will help us. They answer the phones. Sometimes you have to leave a message, but they want to be involved. And they're in my experience last year, I had a lot of support from parents, and they do not tolerate their child's behavior when they act out. So please, please, please don't think that calling parents is a waste of time because they don't answer and they're not going to help. They will. When you do need our help, please write a referral. When you do that, you're giving us the power to decide on the consequence. We will support you, but we'll also keep, our policy in mind. And, we're going to kind of use our judgment at that point. Please, when you're filling out referrals, write just the facts. Include exact times, details. You cannot write the other students involved on your referral. That's a FERPA violation. We also ask, do not just drop off a referral and tell us that this kid's in trouble. You send the kid down with the referral. If you don't think they'll make it, send someone with them. Here's an example of a good referral. It tells us exactly what happened, where it happened, what time, so I can look at the cameras. And down below the reason, you can see where the arrow is. Just check one. And you may not be right, we'll change it to the appropriate code. But just check one and let us know what you thought here and here. But most importantly, this is concrete, detailed information that tells us exactly what happened. Here's a bad example. It includes other people's names. That's a violation of FERPA. Here's a real bad example. And we've all done this. I know I have. This is when our emotions are running hot. This is an emotional referral. I've had enough. She's always late, gets attitude when I talk to her about it. Nothing ever helps. All of these, I'm going to check all of them. I've tried all of them. They don't work. Well, that student's reading this referral on the way to the office. And that's, by the time they get to us, most of the time they're emotional. They're upset about what was written on the referral, not necessarily what happened. Try to make sure we stick to the facts, what happened, and leave the emotion out of it. Any illegal activity you suspect on campus, please call 7800, Ms. Carnike, the front of the desk. When she's not there, there's always someone answering that phone. We're not always in our office. Do not call the SROs unless it's a call that you would make like a 911 call. They don't deal with school issues. They are here for police enforcement. Call 7800. Let the front office know what exactly is happening. It'll get to us, or we will make a move quickly. When you call 7800, there's a couple codes we'd like you to use. I think we can remember these. We're not throwing a lot at you. We want to keep it simple. So if you have ideas, let me know. If you suspect you smell weed or marijuana, you can call 7800 and say you have a 10D or a possible 10D. You have to be able to identify the student because of what you smelled when they walked by or when you went to their desk. You can't call us in and just say, I smell weed. We're not allowed to just search through the room until we find it. If you see a weapon or a dangerous item, a club, someone you think you see, maybe someone with a knife or someone with something that you're not sure, please call and say 1037. We'll come in, we'll check the room, we'll come in, know the kid, know exactly who we can go to and handle the situation as quickly as possible. Obviously, if you see a gun or an active shooter situation, call 7800 immediately. Let them know. We'll go and then we'll initiate the lockdown mode. We do not let teachers or other staff put us into a lockdown just because it has to follow the certain protocol. But please call 7-800. It'll happen quick. Please remember, when you send a kid to the office, they're coming back. They'll return your class, have a plan on how to welcome them back. When they go to ISS or ISIP, you are required to send them work every day you have them, not just busy work. They have to stay caught up in your class. That's a law. Elective classes, you'll provide work for DAP placement, I believe. Make sure you send that work. The most important tool you have when they go to ISS and ISIP in building a relationship is going to visit them. Go see them for 5 minutes. Check on them. Hey, I can't wait for you to come back to class. It's powerful to see what that does for that student, and that breaks down those walls and gets them in a better mindset to return to your class. Communicate. Please, like I said earlier, talk to parents. Call them, leave a message, keep leaving messages. I know time's valuable. I don't expect you to call, but call and leave a message or email them. Find out a way to get a hold of them. And remember, in every situation with students or our peers, we have to be professional and communicate in a way that doesn't escalate situations. We have to always de-escalate the best we can, even if it's not the right thing, or even if it's not necessarily our true feelings. We have to escalate. And I believe that's it for the discipline slideshow. Of course, always use your best judgment, use common sense, use your posters that you have in your room that tell you how to handle certain lockdown, lockout, shelter, evacuate. If you have questions, please ask, and I will be more than happy to help. Thank you.